What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I think it's just about time for us to go over that dyno. Let's put some numbers down, have a little fun maybe at the track tonight. Let's get into it. So we're on our way over to Twisted Innovations, TI Dyno in Saybrook, Ohio. This is a 1988 speed density LX 505 speed car. Nothing special. Last year we were running mid 13s, high 13s. I think the best we did last year was like a 1320 something. What we've done to the car, if you haven't checked out some of the playlists, is we've actually found a supercharger kit, like an old nostalgic A-trim supercharger kit, and we actually installed it to see how much power that old school power could make. And that's including with the FMU and the new fuel pump and everything. Should have been using the T-Rex pump, but we decided to leave it off because technology's changed in 20 years, so 30 years, we didn't need to do that. So let's head over there, we'll get unstrapped, we'll get on the dyno, hook up the AFR, and I'm gonna disconnect the belt, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it ready for NA power, and then we're gonna make a hit with the belt on it. All right, so we made it here to the dyno shop unscathed. So let's get this thing out of the trailer, get it strapped down to the dyno. All right, so we made it into the dyno. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get it ready to strap down. We're gonna get our AFR hooked up. We're actually gonna hook up the boost too to see what kind of boost we're making. First thing I'm gonna do is take the belt off, which is really easy. And I'm gonna take the charge pipe off. I'm gonna stick the other charge pipe I have on there, and we're gonna make it pass NA just to see what the numbers were. I don't expect it to make a whole lot of horsepower, so we'll see what happens, see what that old school horsepower makes. Run because the GoPro went stupid. It didn't make a whole lot of horsepower, 222, 274, and it kind of kept climbing a little bit, Kevin said, but I mean, you're not gonna make much more than that at all. So on the second run, like I wanted to do, is I wanted to move the IAT into the other pipe so I could see if it actually makes a few more horsepower, or if that's just not like a myth or whatever, but we all know it'll work. It didn't make a whole lot of horsepower at all, did it? Still was kind of climbing a little bit. So, I mean, we'll see if the Supercharger actually helps. So we'll go ahead and put the belt on it and see if it, I mean, the car's super rich. You can smell it, you can see it on the AFR. It probably makes 240 tuned out, leaned out, 250 leaned out or whatever, but it's just getting worse. So let's go ahead and put the Supercharger belt on and see what the FMU will do for us. We set up the belt, the charge pipe again. Good tension here on the belt, the charge pipe. We'll see what kind of horsepower it makes now. You know, again, tuning, guys, of the dyno is just a tool. I mean, it's made 220 horsepower, what do you do? But I mean, if you go look at my videos, and everybody can contest for it, you know, the car ran 1320s, 1350s, so we're not worried about it. We're gonna make a hit now and see what happens. Go to $5 grand or 5,500. Let's go 5,500. I think 5,500. It still makes good power. Out the moment of truth. Impressive. So it made what, 75 more horsepower? Yeah. Now what you was pointing at something at the top. Oh, we're gonna make one more run and see how much boost it was. So it's pretty good, huh? 285, 315, just like an old A-trim should make. And it did right before the previous run. It made what, 212? Yeah. So
FMU's not working. Air fuel's 13.7, 14, 14.6 at 3,800. I wouldn't run it again.
No?
No, it's too lean. At the end of the run, you were 12.6. That's NA stuff. So it needs more fuel.
It needs more fuel. So pretty much the injectors.
Well, I don't know if the FMU's just not working or not. Right. But it needs more fuel.
Okay.
It needs two. I pointed at it before we got started, and he just went with it. Let's do another. I'll make another hit. I got some.
Hey, you're cleaning up the antifreeze.
I got high drive.
All right, so
$50 cleanup fee.
Nope. So you can see some of the NA versus. We're trying to check out the fuel and see if we're going to run it again. But you can see the power level still, increased quite a bit on the graph. And we're going to make another hit and see what the boost looks like and be done with it. So we can't leave welded up alone. So we just so happened to decide to take the FMU out because we don't think it was working at all. It might be too old, might need rebuilt or whatever. Probably be a good idea to do it at this point. Anyways, we had another FMU sitting around that we're gonna have them try that we know worked. So we're gonna put that on and see if that changes anything. We got the Kennedy belt one on. It didn't take but a minute. Me and the mad scientists are gonna go over here and we're gonna fire the car up and see if it makes a difference. Just thankful to have an actual extra part to do it. Obviously we know the car makes more power with the supercharger, but let's go find out if it actually runs or blows up. So we almost screwed up. Could have set a fire on the whole dyno in the car and everything. Jesus Lord. But guys, I'm not immune to messing up. I'm only human. But got to make sure when your connections, usually there's a snap clip, which I'm gonna put on right now. Safety clip, see that? That could have been a fire. I didn't even see it. That thing popped off under pressure. She was ready to spraying everywhere. So you've seen it in the video.
I guess since it's not turbocharged, it don't matter. That's correct.
How'd the air fuel look that time?
All right.
Not terrible, right? That other FMU is just jacked, ain't it? Bottom line's the other one, isn't it? That's the one we just put on.
It's all right.
It's not terrible. How many pounds of boost did we get?
3.5.
3.5. I mean, it could be more if I put a different pulley on there, but we're not going to do that. So it makes a little bit of power.
It works.
The FMU works. So I just wanted to go over a real quick synapse. The FMU was really jacked up, so some of that naturally aspirated number is probably not even going to be right to begin with. The 225 or whatever it was. But I mean, it's close enough. But the main thing about the dyno was it was a tool, and it showed us what we needed to see. This kit was from the 90s, and we know that it worked, and it worked good, and it was made specifically for like stock motors with 19-pound injectors. So it doesn't even have a blowout valve. You know, I wasn't expecting it to make a whole bunch of power. I wasn't really expecting it to, like, you know, light up the sky or anything, but you know, it did what it exactly needed to do. It made a stock motor make more power, which is perfect. It only made 4 pounds of boost. I could put a little pulley on there and it make a little bit more power, but it's done what it needed to do. This car's a guinea pig right now because this is a speed density system, no mass air. So that means that we have a little special treat for you. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and stick these Ford 30-pound injectors in, and we're gonna come back here and we're gonna pop the ECU out, and Dave and I are gonna stick some tunes in here, and we're gonna custom chip a speed density power added car. I think that's gonna make for a great vlog. We'll do that another day. Right now it's time to get to the track, so I'm a little late to make the track. Time to go have some fun, see if we can burn some wheels off.